Welcome back to Amanda's Favorites. Thanks for joining me today. My review today is about Plum paper planners. We're going to go into a new horizontal view that I got, and then I'm going to compare it to the two Plum paper vertical views that I got. I'm going to try to give you an overview of Plum paper, but there is really a lot of information when ordering from them. They have so many options, so many ways to customize. If you want more info, I will link below some other Plum paper videos that I have that might have even more information in them. So today the main point is to go over these three different layouts I have, which are only three of their layouts, because they have several vertical and I think two horizontal. I think they have 3 or 4 vertical. They have teacher planners, they have fitness planners, they have wedding planners. There are so many options. You can add in all different types of sections. You could add in a fitness section to your planner. You can add in a blog planning section to your planner. You can add in a housekeeping section to your planner. So these are all the things you can do with Plum paper. You get to pick your cover and customize it. You can put a quote or your name on it, or you can put nothing. I didn't have to put this box in here. There are so many cover choices. Every single one of their covers comes with this hard, clear plastic over it. And then it has this really durable cover under it. This is like, what do they say? Let me pull up the card. Their cover material is this. It's water resistant, tear proof, rigid, and sturdy. And it actually is. This is a sample card of it that comes with your planner. It's very sturdy, waterproof, tear-proof. This just gives it added protection. Now together, some might ask, is this as thick as an ERIN CONDREN cover? It's not quite as thick or as stable as an ERIN CONDREN cover, but it's definitely enough protection. It's just, when you fold it around to write on it, you don't get the same like level of hard surface to write on with an ERIN CONDREN. So I wanted to point that out, but that is the same on the front and the back of their planner. Their rings are not as big as an ERIN CONDREN. This is a 12-month, and so the ring goes right along with the planner. They don't leave a lot of room for you to make your whole planner full of stickers on every page. I actually like how their rings are a little bit smaller. Their rings are not quite as thick as an ERIN CONDREN either, but they are really sturdy. They hold up, and I've never had any problems with their rings. If you have not followed me before, I have a whole video titled My Planning Journey or My Planning History, and that tells you about how my very first online planners were bought from Plum paper about 3 years ago. I started out in a Plum paper and I used them for 2 full years with Emily Lay Daily in conjunction with each other. So I have a history with Plum paper. It's not what I'm choosing to use now, but for the price and for how many things you get to choose, it's a good option for those that don't want to spend as much as, say, an ERIN CONDREN. I cannot remember, but I think the 12-month starts at $32 and then goes up from there, depending on if you add in any sections or months. You can start it in any month you want, and you can go either the 12-month, which is the base price, or you can add on, I believe every month you add on is $2, which is a great deal if you don't mind it being a little bit thicker. As it gets thicker, they do add a little bit bigger ring. You can add up to 18 months. So that's a great deal if you want your planner to be longer. I kind of prefer, I did that one year. I got a 15-month. I kind of prefer just to have a 12-month planner because I'm ready for a new one after that. But I can see how you might want to go a couple months ahead just to have pre-planning in your planner, even if you want to switch to a new planner after 12 months. So that's an idea. All right, so they start out after the cover. You have a, your name page. I was just thinking to tell you guys, this is a planner that I started right now to start in October of 2017. And I picked only 12 months, so it ends in September of 2018. And that's a really nice option to start whenever you want and go anywhere from 12 to 18 months. So they're giving me 2017 and 2018 since my planner covers that. My color scheme in this planner is monochromatic. They have two different color schemes. It's either called they're colorful or they're monochromatic. Monochromatic is this dark grayish, purplish color, and it is all throughout your whole planner. If you pick monochromatic, is that. I did not have a monochromatic planner, and I wanted to be able to compare it to the colorful with you guys, so I picked that on this planner. And as you can see, all your tabs are the same monochromatic. It looks very purple eggplant like color to me. That's the best way I can describe it. Let me show you the colorful scheme so you can compare the two. And I also forgot to mention, I really wanted to mention this. Plum paper can take a long time on your order. I know not everyone's order takes this long, but I ordered my planner on September the 2nd. I made this note to remember to tell you guys. I ordered this order, which was my plum paper haul, which was another video, and I forgot to tell you this in my plum paper haul. I ordered it on September 2nd. It did not come until September 27th. And you guys, I heard nothing that entire time. I think it was around like the 23rd, I emailed them just to see like the status of my order has not changed on their website. Did not change at all. So I emailed them to see just like, well, I'm just wondering why my status hasn't changed from my order date and it's now the 23rd. And then like 2 days later, I got an email back saying, oh, well, your order has shipped now. And then I looked on their website and it had changed to shipped. I don't know if they just hurried it up because I emailed them or if that was really the shipping time. But be prepared, since you can choose any month to start your planner, give it several weeks to come so that don't expect it to come within 2 weeks because mine took almost a full month. Okay, that's just FYI. I know in my previous plum paper orders, it has not been quite that long, but every one of my orders, I believe, has been 2 to 3 weeks total from order to delivery. Okay, and maybe that's because I had several items in my order. Maybe if you just order one planner, it would be faster. But in the past, I have ordered just one planner before, and I don't remember it being super fast at all. Okay, but I just wanted you guys to be aware of that. All right, so the colorful color scheme goes through, this is another 12-month planner I have going from 2017 to 2018. It goes in an ombre color scheme and it rotates through these same colors. So no matter when you start your planner, like July will always be this dark lime green, and then August will always go to the lighter lime green. Let me flip through and show you that. So July is going to be that color. August switches to a little bit lighter lime green. Then September, you're switching your colors to a really light aqua. Okay, and then October, you're going to this darker aqua. And then November is an even darker aqua. I just wanted you guys to get a feel for the difference between the colorful and the monochromatic. Then December is purple. So the colors don't flow with the seasons to me at all. They are pretty colors, but to me, they don't flow with the seasons. January is a dark, dark purple, really saturated. I like those colors that are more saturated. February is this kind of magenta. March is a light lavender. April is a peach. May is kind of going into a coral scheme. And then June is full on coral. So it is the rotating, and we will go into this vertical layout in a little bit. It's rotating between these colors throughout your planner if you pick the colorful. If you pick the monochromatic, it is just all this grayish blue, which to me, some people might like. I'll be honest, it's kind of depressing. We'll get into that. But I wanted to have these two to compare. And I will tell you, while some of these colors are really beautiful, one of the first things that just made me realize I was kind of done with plum paper is for the 2 years I had used them, they really had not changed their colors or their fonts. Well, they had changed their fonts a teeny bit. Sorry, I'm wrong. There was no huge shakeup or anything different, and there was just no excitement for me in getting a new one because it was almost like getting the exact same thing, if you know what I mean. Like there was nothing different. You could pick a new cover, But beyond that, everything else was the same. So we'll get into that. Let's go through this planner and the basics that come with every planner and through this layout, and then we'll compare it to my other layouts. So with every planner, you get a special dates in the beginning. They are labeled by month, the first half of the year here, the second half of the year here. You can use them for anything you want. As I say in all my other videos, you don't just have to use them for birthdays and anniversaries. They can be for big projects you want to get done or benchmarks in your projects. They can be for your expenses that are scattered throughout the year. I use mine for like our HOA is due twice a year. Our car insurance is due twice a year. Our life insurance is due once a year. Those type of things. I like to have them mapped out on here. It helps me to see when those big expenses are coming. Ideas, plans, and goals. I like that they give you this next set of 12 unlabeled, like not even labeled by month. So you can use these however you want. There are so many different ways that you might want to use those. Then you go straight into your planner, whatever month you started in. Like I said, I started mine in October. Okay, now I'm not sure if this is a change they made because this is a 2017 to 18 and this is a 2017 to 18 also, but this one starts in July and this one starts in October. And if you'll notice on the colorful, it just has like a J for July. And I think that might be, they might still have that in the colorful. I think they just make it a little more playful, the A for August. And in the monochromatic, they just write out your word like that. So all your pages are this color. Now, in every Plum paper planner, it's the exact same. When you turn your tab is on a cardstock page. That's kind of slick. I have found out that the best pens to write on this are Papermate Flare and Staedtler pens do pretty well. But this slick paper is hard to find pens to write on that don't smear and that take to the paper well. I don't love, you guys know this if you follow me, when you turn a tab that you don't turn to your month. You have to turn one more page in this planner to turn to your month. That's something to note if that bothers you. Their monthly calendar starts on a Sunday. I want to make sure I mention that, like most planners. And their weekly layout starts on a Monday. They do label this notes at the bottom, so you can definitely use the back of this page, this blank page, for notes. Okay, your monthly goals right here. I will be honest, this page, even the 2 years that I used Plum paper, I was never a fan of. It never inspired me to write anything in it, to do anything with it. I have birthdays in my phone. It just, also the page being slick, I just didn't love the format of this page. Some people love it and some people use it up. Some people even put stickers over these and use the columns for different things. Of course, you can cover these up and use them for whatever you want. Then you have one page per month just for notes, and then you flip and you have your monthly layout. In your monthly layout, they include all holidays. They're just down here in gray. So every holiday is written at the bottom of the date, like that in gray. You have a notes column over here, and you have your preview of your next month up down here. So your notes are always on your left. So you have your Sunday, Monday, Tuesday on the left side, and your Wednesday through Saturday on the right side. Now, in my Plum paper haul video, I mentioned how I bought their sticker book because I wanted to be able, I bought their seasonal edition sticker book. So it's 2 sheets per season plus 4 extra holiday sheets at the end. I showed this every page in my haul video, but like that's your winter pages, 2 spring pages, 2 summer pages, 2 autumn or fall pages. Then you go into your extra holiday pages, your 4th of July, Valentine's Day or spring. You have your pumpkin harvest time page and your holiday page, Christmas type. It also has some Hanukkah stickers. Okay, so I wanted to stick some of the stickers in here just to be able to report to you guys, like if you wanted to jazz up their planner a bit. Their square stickers take up the entire box, so it covers up your number. That's something you should know. They are very easy to remove though, way easier than ERIN CONDREN. Really remove easily. Now I have not had these in here long, so I can't tell you how well they stick for a long time. I'll have to report on that later. But they remove really easily and you can move and re-stick them down. I did not mention the Plum paper is a really smooth, ultra smooth paper. Now I wouldn't say it's slick. It's not slick or glossy, but it is ultra smooth. It almost feels like your pen is not absorbing into it. Some people just love that type of paper. I'm not the hugest fan of it, but it is a good quality paper, okay? I talk all about it more in my pen test paper talk video. So if you want to know more about paper in this planner and other ones, I will try to put it in here at the bottom of the screen. I think this is 70-pound text. I do not have big ghosting problems at all. I will show you my planner that I've written in. It is good quality paper. It's just, to me, now that I've gotten to write in so many planners and explore so many planners, just not my favorite paper to work with. The pens that I think work best on it are Papermate Flare and Staedtler. Those fine tip, felt tip pens seem to work the best for me just because they don't smear like right after I write with them, and they just seem to take to the paper better. I will show you that in the planners that I've written in next. Okay, so this is something Plum paper also does. If your month starts at a different time, they like gray out the rest of the week and start it down here. I'll show you that when we change months. So when you change months, you end up actually with 2 different weeks and you have to choose which one to use. So that's something you need to know. But right here, they're just giving you, because I started in October, they're giving you the end of September grayed out. And October 1 starts here on a Sunday. This is one of their 2 horizontal choices. This is also their 7x9 planner. You can get some of their layouts in their 8.5 by 11 planners. Not all of their layouts do not come in the bigger 8.5 by 11 planner, but some of their layouts do. So this one, you have notes up here, you have your month at a glance, the month you're in, and then you have 2 columns for lists or however you want to use them for that week. I mean, I see them being your weekly lists. Like one would probably be like high priority to me, and one would probably be like low priority. And these would probably be like top priority things that had to get done during the week. That's how I would use it. And then I would use my weekly layout as I would only write like my appointments in the day. This is just how I would use it. I would only write my appointments in the day right here. And then over here, you know, I would be grabbing from daily things I need to do. So that's how I would utilize this layout. I think it's an interesting layout, a really good layout that I have not seen in any other planner I've reviewed. So any other planner I've reviewed, I know there's other layouts out there like this. So it's just Monday through Sunday. A Monday start, Sunday end, you have a view of your whole week right here. Now, some people might want to draw a line down the middle. There's no dots to guide you, not like InkWELL has their dots. There's no dots to guide you. But you can almost see the line from the previous page. It's not see-through paper. It's really good paper, I promise. But that could help guide you. If you wanted to divide it, some people might want to write their appointments like on the left side and then kind of their to-dos for the day on the right side, or their like work and their errands, or however you want to divide it. It's definitely long enough you could divide it. And this could be like your work to-do list, your home to-do list, or it could be like your school assignments and your like home personal to-dos. So there's lots of ways you could utilize this layout, and that's why I picked it, because it was really interesting to me, really different from any other planner that I've reviewed, and I really liked just how different it was and the versatility that it offered. Okay, so you go through your whole month like this. When your month ends, this is what I wanted to go over. October ends on the 31st. So they gray out the rest of the November week for you. Then you have an October notes page, another one at the end. Then you start in November. You have your November goals, birthday events page. You have a November notes page. Then you have your November layout. Once again, I use their Plum paper stickers there. And then this is what I'm talking about. So all these pages are in between. These are the same weeks. Do you see that? October 30th through November 5th. October 30th through November 5th. This is something I don't like about their planner. when I used it, how I like to do it, I would just pick one of the weeks to use, usually the one with more color, and then I would paper clip this week shut. I would paper clip this week shut so that I would just be going from here on the 29th and skipping to the 30th, because I didn't want to have to double write 2 weeks. And in 1 week, I didn't want to have to look like back there for these 2 days and up here for these 5 days. And so the way I like to do it is just to choose one to go with. But that's me. Some people might want to use the color and ignore the grayed out days and just use it for notes or extra things they need to write down. And they might want to use just the colored sections. So some people might want to double use it. It's really, you know, a personal preference. But that's something you need to know about them so that you're not accidentally writing stuff on, you know, some stuff is written on 1 week, some is written on here, and you're not noticing that you're missing appointments or whatnot. Okay, so that's how this whole planner runs. All right, you have your goals, birthdays, events, things to remember for every month. You have your monthly notes. Then you go into your monthly layout. Then you go into your weekly layouts. And then when the month ends, you have another notes page for that month at the very end. And then your next month starts the same way. At the very end of your planner, this one ends in September of 2018. If you come back here, you get your September monthly page. Then you get some dot grid pages, 2 of those, front and back. You get a passwords. You get a my contacts. These are pages I never use personally because it's not stuff I keep in my planner. But some people do and might really appreciate that being in there. The back of this is contacts also. Then this page I really like, I always utilize. I like how they give you all the major holidays and what date they fall on. And they give you for that year and the next year, because my planner covers 2 years. And then they give you the next year also in 2019. These are only US holidays. And then you have your 2019 look ahead. You have, these are really sturdy pockets out of cardstock and they come up really high. So you have the front and the back. You can actually hold things well in these pockets. One thing I wanted to mention, which I forgot, is that you do have the holidays on your monthly spreads. The holidays are written, like the first day of Hanukkah. Christmas is written under this sticker. New Year's Eve is written there. Okay, so you do have them on your monthly spread. But if you turn to your weekly spreads, Christmas is not written here. New Year's Eve is not written here. The first day of Hanukkah is not written in. New Year's Day was not written in. So your holidays are written on your monthly spreads, but not on your weekly spreads. That's different from some planners. So here you'll note there's President's Day, there's Valentine's Day. But if you go look on the weekly spread, there are no holidays written. So that's something to note. Okay, now I want to show you. Here we go. Comparing, so that's one of their horizontal spreads. I want to real quick show you one of their vertical spreads. Like I said, this was 2017, 2018. It does have a clear cover over it. It wasn't popped on there. And this is their colorful. Okay, so this is how their colorful looks compared to the monochromatic. Okay, you're going to get all the colors that it cycles through in there in the beginning. And then each one of your months cycles through. Here was a pen test I did on this slick page for someone. I put on my Instagram for them because they specifically asked about this. So the pens that write the best on here, I tried to smear it after they had been dry for like several minutes. No kidding, you guys. The Sharpie pen smeared after several minutes. The highlighter just does not work on this page. Pen towels, all smeared. Pilots, all smeared. So Staedtler, ERIN CONDREN dual tip markers, and the Flair pen write the very best. They write the very best. They take to the slick paper. Friction took okay and didn't smear. So that's, if you guys want to know that. Okay. So let's look at this vertical spread. Let me find a week I have not written in. Okay, here is a vertical spread with nothing but lines. This is one of their options. And 3 teeny little check mark off lines at the bottom. So if you want to use those for meal planning, for workouts, for weather, You know, there's just all kinds of things you can use those for. Preferably, I would like those at the top, but that's just the way that my brain thinks. Over here, you have a couple of check-off lines and a blank notes box. Every week in Plum paper, you always get that month that you're on to look at that calendar month. And so that is this vertical spread compared to their horizontal. They have several vertical spreads, and so here's another one of them. I only have 2 of them. They actually have an hourly also, and I can't remember what else. I know they have one other horizontal spread, and I know they have an hourly vertical, and I'm trying to remember. There's another one. Get on there and definitely check it out. Plum paper is a little bit complicated in ordering. They even have a how to order video on their site, which personally I don't think you should have to need. If your ordering process is that complicated that you need an ordering video, then something is wrong, because it even takes me quite a while to navigate and order and figure out what I want building your whole planner. So just know that. But it is a really good priced option, and they have so much customization you can do. Okay, this was my planner for 2016, 2017, and this was a 15-month, so it's a little bit thicker. I can show you that. I added on 3 extra months, so they did have to go up in the rings. The rings are a little bit thicker, and they are a little bit wider, okay? But not huge and not too huge for the planner. So that's the difference in a 15-month and a 12-month. Okay, and this was the colorful. Of course, I just wanted to show you the vertical. I'm going to try to go to a month I didn't use here at the end. This is another vertical choice, which people love. It divides your vertical lines into 7 boxes. Sometimes people use these for their kids' names. There's all different things you could do. You can print what you want in here. It's just a couple dollars extra. I think like $4 extra. You can print in these boxes, or you can leave them blank if you think you're not sure what you want to put in there and you're going to want to change them out. I have my go-tos. Those would always be my appointments in the top. My 1, 2, 3s for the day. The top 3 I had to get done. Computer work, call on, and then my calling, my job at church. So that's how I divided my boxes, and I'll be honest, by the end of using this planner, I didn't follow exactly what was written in these boxes except for the go-to. I always use my top boxes for any appointments or go-tos for the day, but I didn't follow those exactly, and it didn't matter to me. Like, I knew what they were for, but if you want to leave them blank so you can fill them in every week, you can do that also. So there are so many options because you can personalize these and have 7 different sections. And people love that. Even if it's just 7 different to-dos for the day, it's kind of divided out versus, you know, this vertical design in where it's just one straight column. But it's really just, you know, a personal preference. They have a lot of choices. They also have student planners where you can put the subjects, your 7 subjects in here. You can check those out if you have a child in high school or college wanting a planner, or even middle school. They have teacher planners. They have homeschool teacher planners, which I will have a video on their homeschool planner, which is very similar to their teacher planner. They only change a few things in it. We'll have a separate video coming out on that one and comparing it to the ERIN CONDREN teacher planner. But so those are just some of the Plum paper options. I hope this answered some questions about Plum paper and possibly gave you guys some ideas. If you use Plum paper, let me know below. I'd love to know what you love about them besides the price. The price is great for all the choices you get to make. I'd love to know your favorite layout and just your favorite thing about Plum paper. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and happy planning. We'll see you next time.